right, there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress, huh?
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. We're not gonna have you acting up like this.
Driver, put your hands out the window. Just keep your hands out the window. All right, just step out.
Hold on, puppy.
Turn towards the van. Turn towards the van.
All right, let's break this down. Imagine you're sitting in your home, spending some quality time with your family, and out of nowhere, a man who's been stalking your daughter for years shows up at your doorstep. That's exactly what happened in this chilling case, which takes us deep into the disturbing reality of online predators.
Back mask, front mask. My two girls.
Okay, so who do you think lives here?
I don't know, man. I'm in a nightmare, man. I've been 5 years here, man. 5 years on the same girls.
Body cam footage captured the arrest of 45-year-old Timothy Nielsen, a man who had been cyberstalking a 12-year-old girl for 4 long years. It all started when the girl was just 8 years old. Nielsen found her on YouTube, where his obsession with her grew to a dangerous level. And then, one day, he decided to make his way across the country, from Oregon to Ohio, to ask her on a date. Yes, you heard that right. A grown man traveled across state lines to approach a child he had never met in real life.
Yeah.
I'm seriously trying to get a date with the girl on the internet.
Okay, yeah, but you're going like door to door trespassing on all these people's properties.
Like trespassing? Knocking on someone's door, trespassing?
Yeah, if you don't have permission to be on their property, absolutely.
In the body cam footage, you hear him say something that just makes your skin crawl. I'm just trying to get a date with a girl on the internet. And as if that wasn't bad enough, we later learned that the girl in question is just 12 years old. Now, if you're not already on edge, this is where things get even more disturbing. The guy had clearly been watching her, knowing exactly where she lived, and went as far as to show up at her house. But once he learns about the little girl's age, it gets even worse.
All right, there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
The police had been tipped off by several complaints about his behavior, with parents and neighbors reporting that he had been trespassing and going door to door, asking where the girl lived. The community was understandably shaken. This guy wasn't just a random passerby. He was a predator on the loose. He believed that after years of stalking this girl online, physically showing up was his only option left.
Well, you're not paying me.
I can pay you
I'm a
more.
city employee.
If it's money,
So
that's
what is-
fine.
so what is
if
your-
it's for diligency,
Sir.
I'm here for my
Sir.
woman. And if she does not want me,
Okay.
I will leave right now forever.
Well, the father has said that you are not wanted, so you should leave forever.
Forbid them not. Forbid them not.
Well, that's...
When officers confronted him, Nielsen made religious references, calling himself holy, and claiming he was as little children. He was clearly delusional, and while the comments about God and the church were bizarre, they didn't distract the police from the fact that he posed a very real danger. The girl's parents had already contacted the authorities weeks before this happened, because he had managed to get hold of her mother's phone number and had been harassing her.
All right, what's your first name, bub? What's your first name?
My name is As Little Children.
All right, what's your first name?
My name is As Little Children.
As Little Children?
That is my full name.
So your first name is Az?
My first name is Az.
Okay, is it A-Z-Z?
As in, become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
The father of the girl confronted Nielsen as well, telling him he wasn't wanted, that he needed to leave, and to never come back. You can feel the father's fear, anger, and protectiveness just watching the footage.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm not just driving
saying that
around.
didn't happen. I'm just saying if I could get a yes or no answer for her, I would leave, you know?
I'm going to venture to say if you haven't found her yet, it's probably a no.
How are you to say that, man? I don't know what address
Well,
it
because
is.
you don't know where she lives. You don't even know who she is.
Are you from Oregon?
I am from Oregon.
Oh, you got to take this guy in.
Why?
He's been harassing my 12-year-old daughter online.
That's how old she is?
Yeah.
You're here to forbid little children? My name is As Little Children.
Oh God,
Oh my God.
the FBI is involved in it. So
The
please.
FBI? You know
Yeah.
what?
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah.
Authorities discovered that Nielsen had not only been stalking the girl online for years, but had also been making inappropriate comments, creating new profiles when blocked, and relentlessly pursuing her. The situation had escalated to the point where the family felt unsafe in their own home. It's a parent's worst nightmare, an adult obsessing over your child and believing that they were somehow meant to be together.
Forsake your
Apparently the
Forsake
subject's
your
been
wife, your
talking
daughter.
with a 12-year-old. female at this residence on the
For,
internet.
forsake your sons, forsake your daughters, forsake your wives, forsake children. Do not forsake little children. I'm little children. And if you're an officer of the law, that's it. If you will die for Jesus,
Nielsen.
if you will die for Jesus, die for Jesus right now. If you want to have me taken in underneath the law, go ahead, because you want to fight for that badge right now, go ahead. I am the one Church of Christ who is Muslim and Christian, and we have the living God who has never died.
What makes this even more tragic is that 4 years earlier, the FBI had been involved, deeming it a mental health case. But back then, Nielsen surprisingly wasn't seen as an immediate threat, so no major action was taken. Fast forward to now, and the man is standing on their lawn, eyes locked on the house, just a few feet away from the child he's been stalking.
All right, Mr. Nielsen, I told you I would do you one favor. I did speak with the 12-year-old, and I know while you said that you don't care if they're 6 years old, 12 years old, it's what you feel in your heart. She wants nothing to do with it. There's no love connection. She does not foresee herself growing old in your arms and dying together with you or anything like that, so it is definitely a no-go. I hate to be the person to break your heart, but it is definitely not gonna work out. Regardless of what may have been communicated on the internet, what you thought in your mind, what you thought in your heart, there is definitely
And
no...
do you believe it came from her?
I talked to her. I talked to her specifically.
Do you believe it came from her? She wasn't under distress at all?
Well, no, she's not under duress,
How do you know?
because I was in the house.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
As the footage progresses, the police detain him, but there's a disturbing calmness about him. He doesn't fight back, doesn't resist, just goes along with it as if this is all part of some deranged plan. In his pockets, police found needles used for drugs, though he claimed to be sober. He talked about being homeless, a truck driver, and using paint to make signs, further highlighting his unstable mental state.
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands behind you. We're not gonna have you acting up like this. You're going to be detained right now, just based on your erratic behavior.
Yeah.
While we investigate the complaint of you trying to,
She's under distress.
while we continue to investigate your
erratic?
desire to have a relationship with a 12-year-old. It doesn't matter. Yours is probably easier to get into.
I've done nothing. I have done nothing.
Like I said, Mr. Nielsen, you're not under arrest at this time, but you are being detained during the investigation of a relationship with a 12-year-old. Do you have anything in your pockets?
I got a couple needles.
Do you really?
Don't make sure they're not uncapped. They haven't been used, but they may be uncapped because they may have uncapped.
Okay. Do we have your permission to take the needles
Go
and stuff
for
out
it.
of your pockets so
Go
we
for
don't
it.
so we don't
Go
get
for it.
stuck? Okay.
Yeah. Don't get stuck. I'll get them out if you need it.
I'm just gonna take everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the needle.
There's one of them.
Okay.
Because I need a clean needle if I use drugs at some point, which I'm not under any drugs right now. And
What's particularly alarming is that he was clearly targeting the girl specifically, not the mother or the father, just the child. He had been watching her for years, creating this fantasy in his head. When asked by the police about his long-term plans, Nielsen didn't seem to have any besides getting close to the girl, and if that wasn't an option, her younger brother. It's a horrifying example of how far someone can take their obsession, and it serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking on the internet.
can I get one date with her brother at least, just to talk to me and let me go at ease? Just a date with her brother, please.
Ohio law takes stalking seriously. Menacing by stalking, causing someone to believe they'll suffer physical harm or emotional distress, isn't something to take lightly. Under Ohio Revised Code, stalking can involve written, electronic, or physical communication, and in this case, Nielsen's behavior checked all those boxes. The man had been sending messages, calling from restricted numbers, and even trespassing on the family's property. He had been captured on a backyard camera just weeks before walking through their yard, looking for the girl. It's a terrifying situation that escalated in the worst way.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he doesn't care, he goes, I don't care if it's a 6-year-old, like, making comments like that, like, oh, it's what God wants, thou shalt not forbid. I'm like, well, her father's forbidding. Who are you? I mean, just... And here's the thing, though, like, he's from Oregon. He came here and, like, found out where they lived. He got mom's phone number 2 weeks ago and called mom from, like, a restricted number. Like, he's done research on where they live.
Nielsen was found guilty of menacing by stalking and importuning, essentially soliciting a child, and sentenced to 4.5 years behind bars. While justice was served, the trauma this family endured will likely last far beyond those 4 years. Their peace of mind was shattered, all because of one man's dangerous obsession.
Okay.
And if you want to be on
14 headquarters.
whatever, man, whatever, take.
Your assumption's correct. I'm not with Timothy Nielsen. Do you need a
Who will
social?
lose their life for Jesus Christ will find it. Who will lose their life for Jesus Christ will find it. I will lose my life for Christ any day.
Okay.
I bet you win it before me. I find it, lose your life for Christ. Let me just walk out of here, man.
Okay. So what? Again, what's your long-term plan? So we put to bed this whole I'm looking for this girl I met on the internet. It's against the law. You can't have a relationship with a 12-year-old. So the father forbid it. You're not welcome on this property. So what is your long-term goal here, sir?
Right now, I need to go take a shit, man.
Okay. So after that, so where are you going to sleep tonight?
Not in the business. Not in the business, that's for sure.
Okay. Do you need like a bus fare or something? You want like up to Cleveland? Like I can put you on an RTA bus up to Cleveland. They got some homeless shelters and
drugs
stuff.
right now.
I didn't say
I cleaned myself up.
I didn't say you were, Mr. Nielsen. I never said you were on drugs. I'm trying to offer you some assistance because.
Let me just go consult with the Bible and consult with God right now.
Timothy, listen. So apparently, according to dispatch, we've been dealing with you in this capacity for a couple weeks now.
I will leave forever if that's what's in her heart that says that I do not want this guy. I will leave forever, and that 5 years has been one girl has been a long time. 5 years. 5 years.
So would you agree with me that at 12 years old she's not?
I do not agree.
Alright, this body cam footage is unsettling and disturbing, showing a situation that could have easily turned into a nightmare for the family involved. This couple's audacious actions and the nerve to try and lure a child into their van while she was playing outside left the community and law enforcement on edge.
My head. What's gonna happen? My head.
What's gonna happen? Stuff. I'm gonna go on the other side, right?
My head. I told you guys I'm mental. I told you guys I'm mental.
Get your leg off of me.
At the start, we hear that the incident involves a 9-year-old girl who was innocently playing outside with her sibling. These kids were doing what kids should be doing, enjoying their time outdoors, not expecting something sinister to unfold. But what happened next is truly terrifying. According to the girl's mother, this wasn't a random encounter. The mother had already had run-ins with these suspects before, telling them to stay away from her kids.
He uses his son?
Yes, he has another son, and he uses his son.
You ever seen him before?
Yes, that's one of the vehicles right there. They used to live.
What do you mean?
What
vehicle?
This, I don't know what that is.
The purple
car.
one?
No, the silver car, where the purple car is.
The mother, clearly aware and protective, had warned the couple before. Yet, the couple decided to escalate their behavior. Tayana Tersano, who was sitting in the van, reportedly rolled the window down and tried to call the 9-year-old girl towards her. When that didn't work, Tayana allegedly got out of the van and tried to grab the child. It's the stereotypical predator scenario we hear about in horror stories and safety talks. Every parent's worst fear.
Here?
Who came out of the van and physically grabbed the kid?
No, tried to physically. The girl.
The
girl.
Okay, that was inside the van. There was a male and a female occupying it.
Yes.
She pops out of the truck.
Yes.
Grabs your kid.
Tries to grab my
Tries
kids.
to grab your kid.
I guess they didn't see that my kid's father, was outside in his truck, and he came out.
The family's neighbor, who also happened to witness the whole thing go down, mentioned that he hadn't seen anything like this before in the neighborhood. For a quiet, close-knit area to be suddenly faced with a child-luring situation, it must have been scary as hell.
And I don't know what happened from there. I guess he knows what happened from there.
Yeah.
Where this
We're
van
fine.
take off?
Yeah,
So
That way.
It went.
No. He say literally. He say, listen to me. I want to go to the gas station. I'm gonna put gas in my truck. I'm gonna come back to kill everybody in this house. Hey, just calm down, man. Calm down.
Is it a beat up van? Is it a new van?
No, it's old van. It's
old
old van.
Then comes the police investigation. Officers are on high alert, as they should be, given the situation. They receive a description of a white van, and their goal is clear. Find the suspects before anything else happens. It's a race against time because we're talking about a potential child abduction. And we all know that in cases like this, every second counts.
White guy, Spanish woman.
This is the
He
lady.
has no teeth.
Officer, come on. This is the one of the lady.
Charlie 5.
He say, look at my face. Look
Okay,
at
give me
my
a second,
face.
give me a second.
Can you take the picture?
That's the one that grabbed the kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it right here?
Yeah. The driver's gonna be a white male wearing a green shirt, and the passenger's gonna be a white female with a gray shirt and orange hair.
The first stop the police make, they pull over a van matching the description, only to realize it's the wrong vehicle. The tension is palpable. You can almost feel the frustration as they realize they've got the wrong people.
Hey, I just want to apologize. I'm really sorry about this. We had a sudden kidnapping, and the vehicle matched everything, and so did the tag.
okay.
Sorry. Come out. I'm sorry. Do you have your ID, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, just have it ready once I get you out of here. I'm very sorry. Thank you for applying for everything.
But they can't waste time dwelling on it. They have to keep searching. They get another lead, stop another van, but again, it's the wrong one. The clock is ticking, and there's no room for error. Every false lead could give the real suspects time to slip further away.
Where are you coming from?
Work right over here. I was just coming from the office.
The reason we pulled you over is because there was a description of a van like yours that was trying to pick up two little kids.
Oh, no, I just left the office. I'm getting my fish sandwich right here.
Finally, the moment comes when they spot a van that matches the description perfectly. This time, it's the right one. The body cam footage captures the tense atmosphere as the officers approach the van. Diaz, the driver, and Tersano, his accomplice, are in the vehicle. You can sense the officers' heightened awareness as they detain the two. It's a far cry from their routine traffic stops.
Driver, put your hands out the window. Just keep your hands out the window.
It's all good.
All right, just keep your hands out the window. It's fine. Just let me see you. Let them do their thing over here. Detained over there yet? Keep your hands out the window. Hey, Preston, come here. Is he good?
He's good.
All right, you ready for him? All right, with one hand, open that door. Step out.
Hold on, puppy.
Turn towards the van. Turn towards the van.
Once they're detained, Tersano starts asking for clarification about her Miranda rights. Classic move. She's trying to act like she's unaware of what's going on, hoping she can talk her way out of the situation. But it's too late for that. They've been caught, and the charges are stacking up.
So I've got a few things to read to you, okay? So from this prepared text, I'm going to be reading your Miranda rights. Okay? So do you understand what those are?
Disabled.
What?
Disabled.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm just going to read you your rights, all right? I'm going to question you here in a few seconds.
Both Diaz and Tersano are arrested and charged with luring and enticing a child, as well as contributing to the delinquency of a minor. These charges fit the crime perfectly because their actions weren't just reckless. They were calculated. They were trying to lure a child, a defenseless 9-year-old, into a van. That's the terrifying part. What would have happened if they had succeeded? Luckily, we'll never know.
Why?
You're being detained.
How am I being detained for what?
Because you're being detained because you fit the description.
That doesn't matter. That's against the law, bro. That's against the law. Y'all didn't even read me my rights. Y'all didn't tell me nothing.
What's your first name?
For what?
You match the description
of what?
Of a crime.
Of a crime? Somebody that hit my baby mama in front of my son?
Relax. I need your information.
On top of that, Tersano gets charged with violently resisting arrest. That's another level of aggression. She didn't just give up when she was caught, she fought it. This shows her character, or lack of it, because rather than facing the consequences of her actions, she resorted to violence. It's a small window into how dangerous these two really are.
My head. What's gonna happen? My head. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna go on the other side, right? My head. I told you guys I'm mental.
Get your leg off of it. You're making this worse for yourself.
All right, got Leo.
The fact that they were released on a $30,000 bond is unsettling. Although that's a hefty sum, the idea that they could walk free while their case is pending doesn't sit right. What if they try again? What if they target another child? Those thoughts have to be running through the minds of every parent in that neighborhood.
The pair were eventually taken to the Broward County Jail, both charged with luring and enticing a child.
This story serves as a sobering reminder for parents to be vigilant. It only takes one moment for things to go horribly wrong. In this case, the girl's quick thinking and her mother's proactive response prevented what could have been a tragic outcome. Sometimes the danger isn't from a stranger driving through, it's from someone who's been watching and waiting for the right moment.
Body cam video obtained by Law and Crime captures the moments officers responded to outside the girl's home. As a neighbor frantically tells police, the van seemingly came out of nowhere to lure the 9-year-old girl.
What happened?
At the end of the day, Diaz and Tersano might have posted bond, but their actions are being closely watched now. The pending case will hopefully lead to justice for the family, but more importantly, it's a wake-up call for communities everywhere to look out for each other and never let their guard down.
Third time seemingly is a charm as police pull over another driver, this one in a CVS parking lot.
Driver, put your hands out the window. Just keep your hands out the window.
It's all good.
All right, just keep your hands out the window. It's fine. Just let me see you. Let them do their thing over here. Detained over there yet? Keep your hands out the window.